So welcome back to my channel. It's a weird ass video because I'm outside and I feel like I do not look too good right now. Either way, today's video, I decided I was like, I'm gonna do it while I'm on my run. I'm running around where I live, but I want to do a video today about motivation and keeping motivation even through tough times like we are in now. All right, so for my first little tip of advice, I'm going to be talking probably about 5 of them. The first one is to clear your mind and just worry about the things that you can actually control, because I do this all the time. I find myself worrying about stuff that's not really important or stuff that I really don't have control over, like this whole quarantine situation. You know, I miss the gym, but it is nice to go outside and to, you know, see all the beautiful nature around, you know what I mean? Like, who doesn't like that? So that brings me to my point of, you know, only be upset with things that you have reason to be upset with. Don't, you know, find yourself stuck in that mindset of like, needing things to be a certain way, because at the end of the day we don't have control over a lot of things, and we just gotta keep motivation through believing in the positive and the optimistic side of everything. Another tip is to know that your hard work is building up to something, that everything that you're doing isn't for nothing, that whatever you're doing in the world is going to come back and pay you tenfold. Like, you got, you know, the idea of working towards school, and you know, some people feel as if right now, you know, what's the point, because it's like the world just kind of stopped and everything is kind of like on a standstill. But that's not the case. Everything you're doing, whether or not it's daily things or if it's stuff that you've been doing for weeks or months or even years, like school, you know, it's leading to something bigger than that. So always keep that positive, you know, mindset, and remember that if you feel like you're kind of down on yourself about stuff, things are always going to look up and get better, and no matter what you do, all your hard work is going to pay off. Another good thing to do right now would be to manage your stress in different activities, different ways. Don't, you know, use this time to stress and to basically blame, you know, stress and what's going on in the world to do things like overeating. Like, I do that all the time. But instead, maybe find an outlet in exercise, or find an outlet in creating or doing art. Just giving yourself the other opportunity that you could possibly get into a better mindset, you know, to better yourself and to find other ways to manage your stress. So I took a little stop because I do want to talk. I feel like it's hard for me to talk and walk at the same time and not get a little out of breath. So the other thing would be to practice affirmations and to think that, you know, if I say, oh, it's going to be a great day, I'm doing awesome, I'm going to do awesome stuff in the future, that kind of stuff helps build up to a better mindset and kind of instills this positive, you know, thought towards life, and it's going to help you throughout your life no matter what. So I think that's something y'all should get into, especially now that we're dealing with all this kind of things, you know, like this whole quarantine thing, being alone and isolated, it kind of makes you down, you know, so practice affirmations to build yourself back up. All right, so the last thing I would say to try to do, especially with all this free time, is create a dream board, because dream boards are crucial if you have big goals in mind, you know, and you want to kind of see yourself knocking these goals off one at a time. And I'll actually make a whole video maybe about how to make a dream board, but the better that, you know, you make it and the more detailed it is, the more satisfactory it is to complete all these things on your dream board. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little 5-tip type of video about motivation and just keeping yourself enlightened and happy during this time. It is a hard time. I'm actually gonna make a whole video about what I've been doing during quarantine and how I feel about it and the ways that it can affect people, and I'm sure it is affecting people already. But we're about, what, a month and a half in towards the quarantine, and you know, I'm seeing a lot of people losing motivation, losing drive, especially with people in relation to school. Like, it's a hard time, and I just think that people need to try to think more optimistic about things. You know, once this is over, hopefully things will go back to normal. If not, get better, you know what I mean? But motivation, you always got to try to keep it, because if you don't have motivation and you only have drive, then, you know, what's the drive gonna do to push you to keep going? You know what I mean? The drive is there to force you forward in a way, but motivation keeps you going in long-term kind of, you know, insightfulness and trying to keep yourself on track. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this. I definitely want to make a more detailed video about dream boards and affirmations. So if this is something that you like, let me know and I will do more. See you guys later. Bye.